Hallo und herzlich willkommen wieder hier bei Language Check. Hello and welcome back here at Language Check, the channel that provides you with a continuous and ongoing understanding of the German language and somewhat in a distant future also on the Russian one. But for now we stick to the German one and try to get some basic understanding on how to not only pronounce it. That's what we dealt earlier on our earlier lessons that you can look up here on the info button. But also we will try to understand how basic sentences and more are constructed. So stay tuned in order to get your sentences straight. Let's dive directly into the grammatics. Today I again prepared for you a tabloid so you have, well, an overview of how the things work, and which you can obviously download in the description below once again. So have a look today at the most basic understanding on the German sentence. Well, how does it work? We have a main structure here on how to construct such a sentence. And this one is something that you have to look at with some logic. So how do we start such a sentence? We start with the first position, which is a subject. The subject is always a thing that is doing something inside a sentence. Well, that is the actor, actually, a person that is doing something. And this person doesn't have to be a human being. It could be also, some animal, some robot, some machine, some, I don't know, maybe a situation or a feeling. Could be also a persona, so to speak, that is doing something here. And this persona is influencing here the next position, the verb. And the verb is the thing that tells you what happens in the sentence. And what is most important on that one is that the ending of the verb correlates to the persona that is doing it. So, well, the persona controls now the verb, well, the ending of it, so to speak. Because this tells you which person is talking. And what goes for the next big part here, which is now controlled by the verb, is the information part. Because without the information part, there could be already a sentence, a very, very short one, consisting of a subject and a verb, or sometimes it could be only one word, like ja or nein, yes or no, but this isn't, well, an informative sentence. So what could we do here instead of simply saying like ich, I, for like a small sentence which is consisting of one word, as I just told you? We should have the information part, because without this one it's not a proper sentence. Well, so this information is controlled by the verb, by the logic of the verb, by the action itself. Because the verb that you picked now tells you which information is possible to form here. So, and this information part now consists of actually two large pieces, which are the adverbs and the objects. The adverbs describe the action, how you do stuff or when you do stuff, but to this we get in our next episode. And the second larger part of the information block consists of the objects. The objects don't do anything in a sentence. They either receiving the action of the subject or they are used by the subject. Well, again, here there could be people or machines or situations and so on, but they are not acting. And so it is for the prepositional object, which now is simply controlled by the preposition, like in English. on, at, off. Yeah, same goes for German, like an, auf, zu, and so on. But for that one, I will produce a special lesson for you guys, because here now it gets more complicated. And the last position isn't actually a real position here in the sentence. This one is just, well, as I pointed out for you here, the pink part is the rest. And by the rest, I mean the rest of the verb of the second position here that we have, because here now are like parts or words of the action. So there could be like some pieces of the verb, like prefixes, or some infinitives or participles. They all go to the very end of the German sentence. So for now, I think it's enough to know for starters, and all I want to do now is to provide you with a simple example on how this stuff practically works. So this little sentence here is an example on how to structure your German sentence. But before that, you need to know how personas are formed. So you have to know the endings that you have to put, as I told you in the beginning, for the verb in order to make your persona right. And here I put up a tablet for you guys that you can download again from the description below, which provides you with basic conjugation of a simple verb that is lernen, to learn. And here in the box on the left side, you see the English translation, but I think some of you might be familiar with the pronouns in German, but I have to, well, walk through them anyway. So, ich lerne with E in the ending. Du lernst with ST in the end. Er, sie, es lernt, only a T. And then we go for many people here. We have wir lernen, en in the end, and it is, well, it looks like the original, the infinitive on the top, but it is meant for we, for many people. Ihr lernt, well, for now it looks like the er, sie, es, like for he, she, it, only a T in the end, but later for other verbs it will be a bit different here. And for now, ihr lernt, you guys, you learn. And the last one, sie, which if it is written little, it means that it is they, and if it is written in capital letter S, it is meant like for being polite. So you mean here only one person normally. Well, and sie lernen. So now that you know this way of changing verbs to the right persona here, at least for lernen, you are able to form a very simple basic sentence, which goes, for example, something like wir lernen Deutsch. Yeah, we learn German. So wir, the subject, lernen, learn, the verb, and what is it that we use? What is it that we learn? That is German. So Deutsch. Wir lernen Deutsch. All right. So I guess for now that's pretty much enough to understand on the very first lesson on the German sentences. And well, if you liked it and you want to stay tuned for further lessons to come up, so please subscribe and, well, support me by hitting the like button. And yes, since we had a look at how to say bye in German last time, I realized I totally missed out to mention one of the probably most basic ones in German. I wrote it down, but I missed out to mention it. So here it comes. It is tschüss. And tschüss, you say, well, in pretty much every part of Germany, but to be correct, it is mostly used in the middle and northern parts of Germany. So, yes, now you know one of the most important byes in German. So, guys, have a nice week once more and macht's gut. Tschüss!